Welcome back to ASNT 2023. We are in the midst of a really successful conference so far. I've been having a great time, and it's just a reminder, my name is Haley Cowens.
And I'm Gara Liming.
Yeah. So Gara, we're in the midst of the conference now. We still have things to look forward to, but we've also done a lot. What has been some of your favorite experiences so far?
Well, obviously the keynote yesterday,
Yes.
Mr. John Register, he was fantastic. We also had the opening of the exhibits, which was very crowded and really cool. Did you make it into the exhibit area?
Yeah. I still have so much more of it to see. It's so large this year that I certainly haven't seen it all yet, but what I have seen has been really great. A lot of really cool technology on display. And the ASNT Foundation auction has been really cool to see too. There's some great stuff up there. I keep eyeing the Jaws poster signed by Richard Dreyfuss.
I would go for that too.
Yeah, that's so cool. So if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely I encourage you to go take a look around and see if there's anything that you might have to put a bid on. Goes to a great cause supporting the NDT industry.
Yep.
So.
And then the UT competition kicked off today as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk more about that, but maybe introduce the winner to you all.
Yeah, that would be great. And as always, for those of you who are watching at home and you're not able to join us here in Houston, be sure to keep following all the social media because we'll be posting updates there throughout the conference, and that'll be a great way for you to be participating in it. So
Perfect.
another thing we have coming up tonight is ASNT Celebrates, and so that's our traditional, celebration, kind of the Oscars night of the NDT industry, where we honor some of our most, distinguished professionals and people who have made huge contributions to the industry. But this year we're doing something a little different.
We have an after party that everyone is invited to, all the attendees here. So we're looking forward to that. We actually have
Brian Black
Brian
is his
Black.
name, yes.
Clint Black's brother, I believe, right?
Yes, he's Clint Black's brother, and he is going to be putting on, very, very traditional Texas music for us. Since we're here in Houston, we figured we would throw a party Texas style. So we're encouraging everybody to come out dressed in their cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and we've got a great country music player who's going to come out, I think right here in this lobby where we are right now
Yes.
is going to be where the party is. And so it's going to be a really great time. As Gara said, it's open to all of the attendees of ASNT 2023, so everybody can come out and celebrate with us, which we're really excited about.
I was just thinking I need to stop by that booth that has the hats.
Yes, yeah. In the exhibit hall, somebody very smartly decided to give out cowboy hats. I picked up mine specifically for the party.
With us, we have Dr. Reza Zogi. He is the Lester Mel Award winner.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, and so later today, when you all are watching this, he will be giving his award-winning Lester Mel Honor Lecture, and so we're really excited to talk to him about that talk. The lecture is titled Microwave Real-Time and High-Resolution Imaging System Development for NDT Applications, a Chronology. So welcome, Reza.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is indeed an honor. I hadn't expected it, but it's a good expectation, a good thing that it happened, and I'm very, very happy and hopefully deserving of it.
So
Very
what do you
much
want
so.
people to take away from your lecture?
So we have been at this microwave imaging, particularly for NDT, for the last 30 years. And there are people who are now more aware than they were 25 years ago. We used to be those sort of emerging technologies. So what I want them to take away is the level of science and technology and engineering that has transpired over the last 30 years. And where we are with it today, you can actually use these truly very quickly for NDE purposes. And that was like a dream 30 years ago, but it's now reality.
Great. And so how have you seen the NDT industry evolve during your career? That's our theme of this year, is evolution.
Yeah, that's a good question, especially for me, because from several respects, I've always said I'm the fish out of the water when it comes to NDE. I'm an electrical engineer. I'm not a materials or, mechanical engineer. The other is I do exclusively, I have microwave and millimeter wave NDE, which is by itself a fish out of the water. So, and I don't know if it was stupidity or smart that we sort of did a few works and stuck with it. And over the years, things have sort of snowballed. And now we are at the point that when you talk about microwave and millimeter wave, so with respect to imaging or anything else, it is not so unfamiliar to people. So I want them to see that evolution, particularly for the younger folks, because we need to continuously innovate as a community. And it's beyond me now, right? I'm getting older. I'm going to fade away and go in a few years. But it's the younger folks that need to see that, to see it can be done. Be persistent, stay with it, and things will happen.
Yeah. So what are you focused on for the future in the industry?
So I think now, I have, I'm also the director of Center for NDE at Iowa State. And we talk about the community, not just what's around us, but the broader community. One of the things I want to see happen, and we have started working on it, is a closer relationship between CND and ASNT. And the other issue is education. NDE education and workforce development. And we had sessions today, right? After COVID, things have changed. And we need to pay great attention to it. Last year in St. Louis at the Research Symposium, Katie Brinker and I held a panel discussion. It was whole afternoon, and a paper came out in April in materials evaluation. And that's one thing. The other that I think I've come to realize, and everyone else agrees when I share this with them, is that we need to bring NDE to the broader community, not just scientific community, but everybody out there. Planes fly, nothing happens.
Right.
There is a reason for that, right? There is a reason for everything.
Exactly.
There is a reason for everything. But unfortunately, we get the attention when something bad happens.
Yes.
But we need to emphasize to the greater community who we are, the importance of us, the economic impact that NDE has, the education capabilities, and that it brings. So that's my goal for the next foreseeable future, to help that. But,
Okay.
So what are you looking forward to this week at the conference? What have you enjoyed so far?
Well, I always enjoy seeing everyone, right? If you've been in the business as long as I have, 35 years, you pretty much know everyone. And unfortunately, maybe in their case, they know me. I don't know.
They become family.
They become, absolutely. You look forward to seeing them and going in the corner, sitting, having a cup of coffee, talking to each other. Actually, tomorrow, right after lunch, I'm also engaged with IEEE, which is so after lunch, I'm flying to Berlin for 3 days of board meetings, and then I come home. So I won't be in Houston. I'll be in Germany, and then back on Sunday.
Well, we're so glad you were able to take the time to come here to ASNT 23 and also to speak with us, and we're really looking forward to your lecture.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. This is indeed an honor, and thank you for asking me, by the way. All right.
Thank you.
So one of the big topics that we've heard talking about a lot during ASNT 2023 is the need to spread the word about NDT and how important it is for people to know more about this industry and for this industry to grow. And Gara, I know that you and several of our volunteers and members have been working hard on advocacy for NDT. So would you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, if you're all familiar with our aggressive strategic plan, pillar number 4 focuses on advocacy and advocating for the field of NDT. Here with us is Jason Riggs. He is a board member. He is also the chair of the advocacy committee and also the chair of the subcommittee, legislative affairs. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you both for having me here.
Yeah. So let's tell everybody a little bit about what the committee's been working on.
Well, as most of you probably know in the NDT world, a lot of people outside of our small world don't know a lot about NDT. When somebody asks you what you do, it's always hard to explain. That's right. So ASNT understands this. There needs to be more of a public awareness for NDT. The average person has no idea how NDT keeps them safe and affects their daily life, all the way from the transportation they may take from planes, trains, or any other mode to the buildings that they stand in, to bridges that they cross on a daily basis. The role of the Advocacy Committee has recently expanded to take on new areas that we feel will have great impact to the NDT world. Some of these are the creation of a Legislative Affairs Subcommittee, where we have the ability to directly interface with members of Congress, regulatory agencies, and not just on the federal level, but also it could be state and local levels as well. The Advocacy Committee has gotten involved with numerous areas that can help provide content or context to different outlets to help educate people on NDT and how it's relevant to certain issues that happen or trends that we're seeing in the industry. We have had articles that have been published by Associated Press and The Hill and numerous industry trade publications.
Yeah. And Gara, I know your team has been working on with a public relations firm, and we also have our Faces of NDT program. Can either of you speak to those programs?
Yeah, we have the PR firm that has put a media campaign together for us. They've also helped us train 15 subject matter experts to be able to answer calls from the media. They also help write the publications that Jason just mentioned. Our Faces of NDT, we have 5. They're all here this week. Hopefully you'll see them later on with Haley and I. They are out. We've been to 9 STEM events over the last several years, last 2 years. They bring their equipment and they just really relate and talk with guidance counselors, school counselors, talk with students, and so we're just really trying to bring more awareness to the younger people before they decide to make a career of NDT.
Right, absolutely. So Jason, what have you been enjoying about ASNT 2023 this year? Our theme is evolution. It's the first time we've had a theme. Have you been feeling like the industry is evolving and changing?
Absolutely. I've been coming to these for almost 30 years now, and the ASNT events are certainly becoming world-class events. It's the size of the event center that we have with the exhibit hall, the content of the technical sessions, the international participation here is certainly exciting.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.